Your turn. Feel it. Go like this. There you go. Get your voice into your body. There you go. See the body keeps the beat. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Yes. How do you like that? Okay, let's see here. Let's try our favorite song. Are you ready for this? Yeah. How's everybody today? Are you having a great sea day? Are you living fearlessly, being in the Lord, in Krishna, chanting His name, ecstatically laughing, crying, choking up once in a while, proving your love to the Lord? Hare Krishna, Krishna, that's the only way to prove it. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Go and
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Woo! Woo!
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, All right, Krishna rules. Krishna rules the heart. He's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna. Yes, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He's personally present. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, hey Krishna. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Na Krishna, yay Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna!
Hare Bo!
Harbo!
All right, let's electrify this chanting of Krishna's powerful, stupendous, powerful, ecstatic, superfragilestical, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Rama Rama Hari Hari.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
All right, we got a little soul for you. The soul of Supreme Soul, Supreme Super Soul. This is some super soul music. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Not finished yet. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All right, okay. That was awesome. Yes, more standing ovation. You're worthy, Krishna. You're worthy. You ever see Christians, they say, oh, Jesus, you're worthy, you're worthy. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Wow. This is down here. This. Ninth canto. Forget that. Ninth.
I think I've got a few that I haven't opened yet.
Eighth canto. I see. All the ninth cantos. Okay.
Which one do you want?
This eighth canto, I think. Yeah, here we go. Part 2, maybe. Try part 1 here. Part 1, okay. All right. Oops. Yeah, it's a present. Oh, by the way, Sachi, thank you for your. Received your. What are the
Sweeties, well,
sweeties?
Sadie called them cookies, but they're like sweeties.
Yeah, they're sweeties. They're really good. I like those
They're
things.
lovely, thank
We
you.
had those in India, something like that. And you found them here too. Yeah, I really in India they have those kind of things. They're really nice. And I was thinking about it too. I was thinking, I was getting they have these crystallized ginger things, but they're too sweet. Sorry. Oh, sorry about this. I just took a bite of Krishna. Krishna likes to be bitten. It's not very reverent, but he devotees who bite him, to him it's more pleasurable than the hymns of the Vedas. Hey man, even Lord Jesus Christ said you must. Oh, here they are. Here are the things here. See, these little things. See it backwards. They're called a jin jins.
Fire in your mouth.
Yeah, fire in your mouth. Ginger chews. Yes. Okay. All right. Polymarch conquers the planets. Hey, let's. People are into ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear the battle between. Oh, the Lord incarnates as Mohini Mohurti, and then there's the battle of demigods and the demons. It's good. We're kind of in one of those. All right, so let's read some of this. See what we can get into here. Okay. Mohini's transcendental beauty entices the demons, and this is Canto 8, Chapter 9. Okay, so we'll get into the pictures here. Let's see where it all goes here. You want to read too? Okay.
No text found at that location.
I'll start reading.
Okay. It's chapter.
Yeah, this chapter, Canto 8, Chapter 9. Sukadeva Goswami said, move your seat up a little bit more.
This closer.
No, yeah, well, okay, straight up, straight. So, this way. Okay, so the microphone's closer.
Okay.
Okay, oh, here we go. Okay, there. Sukadeva Goswami said, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Gaura Haridas.
Jai Jamuna Jeta.
Jai Jesus.
Jai Freddy.
Jai the whole Sangha of Srila Gaura Haridas.
Jai Janaki.
Jai Lalita.
Jai Mary Sachi. Jai Shama.
Sham.
Jai everybody. Okay. Sukadeva Goswami said, thereafter the demons became inimical toward one another. Throwing and snatching the container of nectar, they gave up their friendly relationship. Meanwhile, they saw a very beautiful young woman coming forward to them. Yeah. So we didn't read the other part of the story, so just a little recap. How did I say the demons became inimical toward throwing, snatching a container of nectar? Oh yeah, okay. We almost should read that part first. And if this is part 2. Okay, let's see. I think we got part 1 here. Part 1? Part 1, okay. So read, well, what did I say? Yeah, this is, okay, this is Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th canto. And we're going to go, the churning of the milk ocean. Yeah, that's important. I have to go back to this. And this is Canto 8, Chapter 8. Lord Shiva drinking the ocean poison. Actually, we got to go back even, because it's kind of this kind of thing, and Lord Shiva saves the universe. Yeah, it starts there. Yeah. We'll give some pleasure to Govinda. You can hear him. We talk about Shiva a little bit. Gotta even go before that. Boy, yeah. This is a long story. Demons declare truce. Okay. Shukadeva Goswami said, O King Parikshit, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Hari, being thus worshipped with prayers by the demigods and Lord Brahma, appeared before them. His bodily effulgence resembled the simultaneous rising of thousands of suns. The vision of the demigods was blocked by the Lord's effulgence. Thus they could see neither the sky, the directions, land, nor even themselves, what to speak of seeing the Lord, who was present before them. Lord Brahma, along with Lord Shiva, saw the crystal clear personal beauty of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord Brahma, along with Shiva, saw the crystal clear personal beauty of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose blackish body resembles a Marikata gem. Whose eyes are reddish, like the depths of the depths of a lotus, who is dressed with garments that are yellow like molten gold, and whose entire body is attractively decorated. They saw his beautiful, smiling, lotus-like face, crowned by a helmet bedecked with valuable jewels. The Lord has attractive eyebrows. His cheeks are adorned with earrings. And Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, saw the belt on the Lord's waist, the bangles on his arms, the necklace on his chest, and the ankle bells on his legs. The Lord was bedecked with the flower garlands. His neck is decorated with the Kaustubha gem, and he carries with him the goddess of fortune and his personal weapons, like his disc and club. When Lord Brahma, along with Lord Shiva and other demigods, thus saw the form of the Lord, they all immediately fell to the ground, offering their obeisances. Lord Brahma said, "Although you are never born, your appearance and disappearance as an incarnation never cease." Lord Brahma said, "Although you are never born, your appearance and disappearance as an incarnation never cease. You are always free from material qualities, and you are the shelter of the transcendental bliss resembling an ocean. You are always free from material qualities, and you are the shelter of transcendental bliss, resembling an ocean, eternally existing in your transcendental form. You are the supreme subtle of the most extremely subtle. We, therefore, offer our respectful obeisances unto you, the Supreme, whose existence is inconceivable." So it's such a beautiful verse, word for word. Sri Brahma Uvacha, Lord Brahma said, "Ajata Jnanam Stiti Samyamaya," unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You know, what stands out for me is Supreme Personality. He's supreme in everything. You know, he's the supreme subtle of the subtle. Okay? He's the Supreme Personality of all persons, in all qualities. He's supreme in that. Even as Lord Chaitanya, he had the supreme bliss. He had the supreme love. So I think we'll just leave him. Well, actually, I'll take care of it. Okay. There you go. Get out, you rascal. Just keep chanting the Supreme Personality over and over again.
The Supreme Personality. The Supreme Personality. The Supreme Personality. Okay, the Supreme Personality. 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 The Supreme Supreme Personality, the Supreme Personality, the Supreme Personality, Supreme Personality, Supreme Personality, Supreme Personality. The Supreme Personality, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna.
Hey, she was doing it.
I added to it there.
Added, oh, okay. The Supreme Personality of God, who is never born, but whose appearance in different incarnation never ceases. Yeah, who's never born. I remember when I had my realization of the Lord, it was his all-pervasiveness, And then, see, it's both. It's like amazing, And then from Prabhupada, in connection with the Parampara, I learned of his incarnations. Not just Jesus Christ, thing, but actually the Lord comes also in other forms. Who never is born, but whose appearances in different incarnations never ceases. Agnuya, never affected by material modes of nature, Sattva gun, Rajagun, and Tamagun. See, the Lord, this is why we need to worship the transcendental form of the Lord. Okay? So, because he's never affected, and we are being very small and in this material world. Okay? So that's it, man. We got to worship that transcendental form of the Lord. And the thing is, people are doing that. Vaishnavas are doing that. They know Krishna name. But actually, we need to kind of feel him, to feel that transcendental nature. And so anyway, that's the idea. Lord Chaitanya came to give us the feeling, the love, so that we can mine those qualities and relish them and taste them and live on them, where it becomes our food stuff. That's the only thing that feeds the transcendental body. Okay? So the Lord's form is transcendental. So otherwise, we can spend our whole lives chanting the Lord's name in name only. Okay? And not be able to relish these qualities. Or the relish of the qualities of his name, qualities of his pastimes. Okay? So we've got to go beyond just worshiping God in name only. We have to get the feeling too.
I have a question.
Oh, got a question? Go ahead.
From Radhe. Honest question.
Great.
How to become so spontaneously in love spiritually? I do not understand. Sorry.
Okay.
How to become so spontaneously in love spiritually?
Yeah.
I do not understand.
Yeah. You just have to surrender to a bona fide spiritual master, and then it's all will come. You'll understand like that, because that's the process, and that has to come from your heart. And when that's why the idea is you come, if you really want Krishna, see, the desire has to be there to really want Krishna, to really be eager to hear. See, like we have witnesses now, and you just follow their path. Follow the path of Johan. Okay, he's over there in your sector. What did Johan do? I mean, I remember when he first came, the guy was really listening. He really wanted Radha and Krishna.
Always.
And he was listening. I was in India. He change his whole schedule. Now, you don't have to do this. Nobody has to do this. But that's how much desire he had. If you hear regularly and come to the point of understanding what by being purified and understanding the path and the process, and you start to just naturally, spontaneously act according in that way, because that's what it'll do. It'll just be spontaneous. So how do you, was question, how do you become spontaneously in love? Follow that path. Follow what Johan did. Follow what Lalita Ganga did. Follow what she's doing. Okay? Follow what Govinda's doing. Okay? So inquire from them, watch their classes, talk to them, watch our classes. Be really into what we're doing. And you will just naturally get spontaneously in love with Krishna on the Transcendental platform. Because we read this morning, you probably missed the talk, I don't know, maybe, but she read that when you respect the devotees and honor them and, basically, what did he say, surrender to the devotees? Yeah, Lord Chaitanya's teaching, then you will attain my mercy. There's no doubt. See? So when the whole point, the whole life's mission, universally, is to find the bona fide guru who is empowered and ordered to deliver his disciples or even well-wishers. That's the whole point. Because if you get that, you'll reach Krishna through that door. And only through that door. Otherwise it's very rare that anybody attains Krishna in any other way. And it will definitely not be a one lifetime experience if you bypass this method that the books teach, all of them, every one of them. So good question. Think about it. Anything you want to add?
In those verses, it's more about, what you just said. Rather than love me directly, you must love my devotees. Surrender and love my devotees and get to know them, because that is the only way. And I said it this morning. One of the greatest things about surrendering to the pure devotee and hearing from them, it's going to extinguish your pride. It's going to really, and that's one of the biggest things. And then once that is kind of going, you can get through even more. With Radhe, I hope she doesn't mind me saying, I don't think she will. She does know in a way, because she says things to me without realizing. You say things to me without realizing. And I think right now it's just you have that issue going on with your son, which I don't really understand because I'm not a mother, but I can imagine what that's like. And it's like a hindrance.
Oh, okay.
But she says, comes through, and to hear more, for all of us to hear more.
Yeah, and love of devotees, love of a guru is a natural thing. It's not something you should. It's just a thing that comes from hearing, and then when you're getting freed from illusion, and you couldn't do it any other way. You can ask these persons, ask the people that are getting this spontaneous love. Ask them if they didn't meet their spirit, their guru, if they would be in the same position, because Krishna reveals that. So naturally, there's a love there for, wow, this person has delivered me from illusion. Literally, their lives have changed, and it's been a revolution. See, and so this gratefulness, this is the Lord in their hearts. It's like it's Krishna's in everybody's heart, and universally, when Krishna is being delivered, because Krishna is in everybody, and he's really he's the master of everyone. The master is very pleased when the servant is being delivered, and you feel that he expresses it through the devotee. Yeah, it's like Janaki also. Yeah, Janaki also, the most important activity. But that's also natural as you hear more and you start to feel like relieved and free, and you start to cry, and it puts out the fire of material existence. A lot of crying, and then the laughter usually will start, and many other symptoms also. Yeah.
Guru Maharaj, we listen to so many things. We're always listening to something, but listening to, to the bona fide spiritual master and hearing this pure potency, because the other things aren't pure. You know, this is the highest potency. You know, the highest potency is the most purest. And because it is the most purest, and hearing it from you, you know, it does purify us. It really, from really inside, because I have had counseling and I have had kind of that outside help. It is really only temporary, because when you are triggered again, they come back. Now this way, you know, with going deeper, it is intense, but you hold us. You give us that space and you hold us, and they are kind of difficult and intense, but we get through every single time. And now the family is built and it's stronger, and that family connection is like a bond between family, material family, but it's a spiritual bond inside, and you feel that love for each other, and you feel that potency, and it is so worth it. Even when I say maybe it's not, you know, because of my stuff, but it's worth it, because I feel things from the devotees. Like, I laugh at Johan. He makes me laugh. I laugh when Lolita's on. I laugh. All these things that you have said to me are gonna happen, have happened. All of them have happened. For me anyway, I know Lolita and Johan, they were like straight away, you know, so this process, it does work. It just depends how determined you are. And I'm saying this to me, how much trust do I actually have in Krishna? You know, to listening to you and in this vibration. And how much am I paying attention to all the witnesses and all their growth? You know, we're seeing that everybody's growth before our eyes. You know, it is such encouragement and inspiration to have, you know, that which you want to happen before your eyes. You know, so that's what I wanted to say. Because it does, it works.
Yeah, nice, thank you. Let's see what somebody else is saying.
Okay. So we'll go back to Radhe. I am stubborn. I don't want to, but I always come back to you.
You just keep keep plugging along.
Very strange. I love you all. It is strange, and we all have that kind of stubbornness. But there's something. It's usually quite big at the beginning, but then it kind of goes into the background and it gets smaller. But you keep chugging along, like you say. And now it's even better because we have all the witnesses, and we have this huge potency. You know, we can all help.
If anybody wants to learn, check out the witnesses. It's very important. Like Jesus left the real path in the hands of the witnesses. Only 11 believed in him, but afterwards they believed the witnesses, because they say, well, this Jesus must have had something good. Look at the witnesses. It's the same thing here. People would think, oh, Gaur, you're just crazy, laughing and all this. But when people are coming and listening, and they look at it all. You turn on practically every class in our Sangha, you see, I just turned on Meena just a little while ago. You know? Her, Lalita, and Johan, oh my, I don't want to say anything about him. He's a complete madman, that guy. Actually, everybody is becoming like that. What does Johan say?
Johan is saying, just put your heart and soul on the lotus feet of Acharya Srila Gaura Haridas Maharaj. And then everything is coming. Absolutely.
Yeah, and you can see those, Krishna, say you have a letter, okay? A letter to God, okay? And in that letter you have, God, I really want you. Krishna, Radha, I really want you. If you got that kind of desire, okay? And then you go to a mailbox, but it's not a real one. It's not like a real authorized one, not the government mailbox, Somebody just put it up there. Probably they just want the letter. They want to take that letter and say, but anyway, it doesn't get delivered. But you go to the authorized mailbox and you deliver that kind of heartfelt letter, it goes to Krishna. He gets it. It goes through the real devotee is the real mailbox. And that's what we see here. Yeah. Those who really have that, doesn't matter how much karma you have, how much incrustations or anything, the Lord sees that and he starts to really reveal himself very powerfully and quickly. quickly. And in spite of what you are and what he starts, even though he gives you so much of himself, still your head is reeling trying to figure it out. Like, oh, what's going on with me? What is this?
Yeah.
But still, it's okay. Go ahead.
Shami is saying river flows like real Yamuna. Radha Dismith. When we listen to you, we know you are crazy. When we listen to you, we know you are crazy.
Okay, I can.
Craziness, well, spiritually crazy.
Maybe, yeah.
Lolita is saying, drink the nectar of this smoothie, Radhe.
Mm-hmm.
And Sham is replying to Lolita, you are beautiful. You are barista.
Barista, yeah.
Well, I don't know. Sham, what is that? Do you know what that?
I don't know.
Sham, what is that?
All right. Yeah, I love this. Beyond eternal bliss, beyond material existence. Ano animai, smaller than the atom. Can you imagine? The Lord is even smaller of the smallest and bigger of the biggest. Aparangaya Game, whose bodily features are never to be conceived by material speculation. See, we cannot speculate on what the God is like. See? So we have to hear it from the authorized representatives who describe the Lord. Now, again, they're using material representations because we cannot. Some people had the darshan, and they write about it in a very poetic way, like we hear this Bhagavatam, a very poetic explanation of it, and the Lord accepts that explanation and pours in this bhakti. That's why it says the Lord and the book are the same. The Lord and the descriptions of the Lord are the same. See, so even though it's like these are words and descriptions of like you could visualize and all that, the Lord accepts that as himself. He accepts this form of the book Bhagavat because it's written by his devotees. And what does it do? Because it's considered his real form, it awakens ecstatic love, just like his actual form would be if you were in Vrindavan and you would see him. And you see that form like there, crystal clear beauty of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in all these descriptions. In devotees, it awakens bhakti.
Sham, replying to Evo, bartender who makes smoothies of this nectar, forgive me, my language is very poor. Oh, bartender.
Oh, the bartender. Okay, great. Yeah. Whose bodily features are never to be conceived by material speculation. Maha Anubhavya, whose existence is inconceivable. See? His existence is inconceivable. But when we hear from the devotees these descriptions read and discussed, we begin to be able to conceive of the inconceivable. That's why it's the sound vibration is so important. That's why if you don't hear these descriptions from a devotee that you're actually surrendered to hearing, like I'm surrendered, I believe in what they're speaking, I'm submissive, surrendered, I'm a disciple or a well-wisher and a friend. See, like this, and the Lord very easily opens himself up to those kinds of disciples, very easily. And then he just gives you the feeling of this bhakti, and then you can relish him, Krishna, in the book, the revealed scriptures. Offering obeisances, Nama, again, offering our obeisances unto you. Okay.
This one. Lord Brahma said, although you are never born, your appearance and disappearance as incarnations never cease. You are always free from the material qualities, and you are the shelter of transcendental bliss.
The shelter, what?
You are the shelter of transcendental bliss, resembling an ocean. Eternally existing in your transcendental form, you are the supreme subtle, you are the supreme subtle of the most extremely subtle. Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me see. Yeah. You are the shelter of transcendental bliss resembling the ocean. Okay? Eternally existing in your transcendental form. You are a supreme subtle of the most extremely subtle. Yeah, beautiful. You can read some of the purport there.
Okay.
By A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada.
Can I just read this last bit, please?
Yeah, sure.
We therefore offer our respectful obeisances unto you, the Supreme, whose existence is inconceivable. Okay, the purport. The Lord says in the Bhagavad Gita, although I am unborn and my transcendental body never deteriorates, and although I am the Lord of all sentient beings, I still appear in every millennium in my original transcendental form. In the following verse in the Bhagavad Gita 4.7, the Lord says, whenever and wherever there is a decline in religious practice, O descendant of Bharat, and a prominent rise of irreligion, at that time I descend myself. Thus, although the Supreme Lord is unborn, there is no...
Oh, read that again, that verse in the Gita.
Okay.
The last one.
Okay. Whenever and wherever there is a decline in religious practice, O descendant of Bharat, and a predominant rise of irreligion.
See how this fits the time? And you see how Jesus was predicting this will be that you look for the signs like that. A predominant rise in irreligion, a decline. See, and here it's rapidly. And actually, even Lord Jesus said this will be happening very quickly, as it is for the elect. So this is like within 2 months, this stuff is like it's starting the signs and symptoms where people are starting to recognize. You know, even people that are fighting like on the side of hey, you guys, wake up, man. Can't you see what's going on? And you got the masses, they're going, well, the government is just doing this for our own good. You know, why aren't you saving lives by wearing a mask 24 hours a day? Why aren't you saving lives by staying in your house and being cooped up and dying? You know, what they're thinking their lives are, and everything is the opposite. They're being bullshitted and lied to. You know, and people, they're getting so much information out. It's like you're thinking, God, the masses of people are actually, even the masses are becoming awake. Even policemen that they're like enforcers going around, get in your house, you rascal. You deaf person, you're a killer going out of your house, like mean. You see all this stuff. Even cops are saying, what are we doing? They're standing up. So anyway, the awareness is coming. Yeah, so people are like, wow, there's something amazing. See, I wasn't even like into knowing what was going to the extent of it. Now, people are starting to wake up to see that they're in a pastime of God. You see, they're like in Bhagavatam now, in the Bible. Even atheists are starting to question They're not questioning God. They're questioning, maybe I'm wrong. Can you see that? When they have patents out that say 666 on this virus thing, and on bills that are going to restrict everybody and put them under complete surveillance, 666. See, people are, it's like after a while, even atheists start to think, maybe I was wrong to be an atheist. This is all in there. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Shall I read these first?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Sham, this is too sweet, all of it. I will bomb. It takes you all guys outside for a walk, and this book as well.
Ah.
Sham, Johan is saying to Sham Sundri, don't worry of your language. Mine is very bad. Acharya Srila Gaura Das Maharaj more than once don't understand my writing. Hi, Jacqueline. And tsunami of an awareness. Yeah. With all this being so obvious now, the 666 and the beast, and there's more of these things.
Yeah.
And, you can relate it into the Bible, and it's like, why? How come it's been so obvious? Why is it being so obvious? Well, it's like because they have to do this. They have to be obvious like this. So, we can really see what's going on, and people can really start to see what's going on. I don't know if you understand what I mean. There's a kind of like, they're being obvious, but they're being really obvious, but people are still so asleep.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people are still asleep, but people are waking up. Because I've been reading threads on different pages on like people who are like the free man stuff I used to do, and I've just found some that are actually really spiritual, but talking about this stuff, and I've been just in there saying things about spirituality and kind of joining the dots of, okay, this is going off, but this is what it says in the and it's really, you can really see people are out there and speaking up and seeing these signs and them being really obvious. Well, that's great.
Yeah.
I think that's great, actually.
Yeah, and that's one level, and they may think, like say these people that say, we want everybody to know, but they don't know that it's the Lord that wants people to know, because it's part of the waking up process, so people can realize there is a God.
Yeah.
You see, this is very important. People that includes all sides. That includes the demons that are promoting this trickery and lies. I mean, it's just blatant lie. I mean, I can't. It's like, my God, people are really asleep. These governments are so fake. These Pelosi, this lady, she's like puts up this big fake. I can tell she's having children like.
That black lady?
No, just
another
these
one.
Politicians in America.
She looks like
they look, it's so obvious, but, people that are asleep, it takes time. But everybody's way, even the people that don't really believe in an actual God person type thing, they believe God is energy, but yet they find in the Bible is, they say, boy, these predictions are in the Bible, they're actually coming true, and this beast thing is actually, how do they know these things if there is no God? There's just an energy. There's, people start to question. And this is very good for God's cause, because we're all devotees. We're meant to be devotees of that supreme spotless one above the modes of nature that people can't even conceive of, really. Yeah, that's why if you see real devotees here, they appear crazy. They appear crazy because they're worshiping the Supreme Lord, which is beyond the modes of nature. Yeah. Poor devotees have a tough time preaching here, or the real ones. People believe in those who are not above the modes of nature. Can you believe that? They say Krishna, 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 but there's no transcendental heart awakened in it yet. And there's often a lot of hypocrisy there still. So you got to get over that. Or false ego, like I, me, mine. It's all about me and I, and stuff like that. Okay, what else we got?
Okay, we have. Sham is saying, they are obvious and their target is sleepy one. I think they relish of unawareness, although they are obvious. And Jan is saying, I was telling the people on Bigo, it is Krishna is now on people's ears for waking up.
Great, read somewhere.
Okay, so this bit, I love this bit. So at that time, a predominant rise in irreligion, at that time I descend myself. Thus, although the Supreme Lord is unborn, there is no cessation.
Cessation?
What does that mean? I never forget what that means.
Cessation means it's always continuous.
Okay.
It never stops.
Okay.
See, and the key word there is I myself descend. So if you take the full extent of it, it could be an empowered incarnation, you know, and like, or it could be the power himself comes, you know, like Lord Ram, Lord Krishna, Lord Chaitanya. Okay?
Kick their ass.
Yeah.
Cessation to his appearance in different forms as incarnations like Lord Krishna and Lord Ram. Since his incarnations are eternal, the various activities performed by these incarnations are also eternal. The Supreme Personality of Godhead does not appear because he is forced to do so by karma like ordinary living entities who are forced to accept a certain type of body. It is to be understood that the Lord's body and activities are all transcendental.
See, isn't this wonderful that just by taking shelter of the Lord in the right way, that we also you can call it attain or awaken the transcendental body that we have, and then we also are where's something? What part here? Yeah. It says because he is not forced to do so by karma, to accept a certain type of body. See, so this is by karma. Now we're given the grace to accept, which we just you want to do. You accept a transcendental body, so we can worship the Lord, which is wonderful. Yeah, to live in a state of grace is like wow. It's like taking off a tight pair of shoes. Who wouldn't want to do that? You ever see these Chinese ladies, their feet have been in their shoe like that. They never take them off. They're like, really, can you imagine, take those shoes off? You want to put them back on? Hell no. See, that's devotional service.
Shadow, go.
Hey, Shadow, come on. Oh, my food. I'll trick you, you stupid cat. You're so stupid. You don't believe what I'm going to do. Look at that. Yeah, let's go in there. Get the empty bowl. What a dumb... Cats are so dumb. They're like these sleeping people, man. Masses, they believe the politicians. Especially that Como guy. Lock you down, man. And you guys, let's show how smart you are. We're locking you down there another 15 days. And you know what? Most of the people have been dying in lockdown. And just shake your head. Thank you very much, Mr. Governor. Yes, you're telling us the right thing. Most of us are dying because we're being locked down, and that is good for us. Yes, we are stupid fools. I just had to say that. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. It just...
I know that was below the belt, but I mean, what do you expect? We're friggin' locked down here. Got to get off some of my frustrations.
Okay.
I'm tired of seeing ridiculous stuff happen. Here, go ahead.
Okay. It is to be understood that the Lord's bodies and activities are all transcendental, being free from the contaminations of material modes of nature. These pastimes are transcendental bliss to the Lord. The word,
See, and he gives us where it becomes bliss for us. This is the grace. If they become bliss for us, that means we have an awakened transcendental body. That means we're liberated souls. We become eternally liberated just from that taste, to experience that bliss that he experienced. He loves to think about his devotees. Or he comes as a devotee to think about himself, Krishna, because with that love, he can mine these qualities and relish them. This is his wealth. This is the wealth we're teaching. We should have millions of people coming here because you get the greatest wealth. The greatest wealth is this devotion, which gives you the ability to mine the greatest treasure in the world, Lord Krishna himself. He's a mine of jewels and gems and all this stuff. This paper stuff, even the paper money is going now. It becomes worthless. And then eventually these electronic, you're very wealthy. Yeah, you see on the computer screen, you're a wealthy person. And then one day it goes, bloop, it's finished. See? But this is eternal, man. This is forever. You develop a spiritual body. It's like Narada Muni when he went through the process. Is exactly what we teach. Narada Muni, in his last life, you can read it in the Bhagavatam. His last life, he explains. All he did was he just served these sages who were devotees. And they spoke the Bhagavatam to him. And he fed the modes of nature, just rolled off him. And he became very attracted to the messages in the holy name. To the point where he became ecstatic and the Lord appeared in the seat of his heart. And he just went on chanting. And then at the end of life, like lightning, boom. The Veena, the Lord said, here you go, man. Dropped the Veena right in his arms, man, his transcendental body. And somehow, by a miracle, he just played it like a great personality. The Lord must have been playing through him or something. Yeah, and he's just been, ever since, going through the universes. Not even this, only this, you can go anywhere. Anybody want that? Isn't that wealth? People like to travel. And so the Lord restricted travel so we can get to this position of traveling, like that, eternally.
Okay. Okay, Johan is replying to Radhe. People are telling we have no time for the Lord, and now what all happened is Krishna is pulling on their ears for taking time for him now. So yeah, in a way, what you said, people didn't have any time for the Lord, and now they've been forced into a position, where they can, they can open their ears, hopefully.
Yeah.
Because there's no other way.
Yeah, you have to. The Lord is inconceivable.
Yeah, sure.
The best way is to hear from the devotee. That opens the way to transcendental experience. That's chapter 1 of Adi Lila. Otherwise, you can't get such an experience.
In a trouble, Sham saying.
Yeah.
And Govinda, yes. See him there jumping up and down. Okay. The word apariganya, Dami, is very significant. There is no limit to the Lord's appearance in different incarnations. All of these incarnations are eternal, blissful, and full of knowledge. Okay. Do you want to read?
No. So yeah, read that last sentence again.
Okay. All of these incarnations are eternal, blissful, and full of knowledge.
See, bliss and knowledge, Satchidananda. Eternal, see? Eternal, Sat, bliss, Ananda, knowledge, Chit. See? Yeah, that's it. That's self-realization.
O best of persons, O Supreme Director, those who actually aspire for supreme good fortune, worship the form of your lordship according to the Vedic Tantra. My Lord, we can see all these three worlds in you. Okay. Do you want me to read the
I
purport?
want you to read that
Again. Okay.
slowly.
Okay. O best of persons, O supreme director, those who actually aspire for supreme good fortune, worship this form of your lordship according to Vedic tantras. My Lord, we can see all the three worlds in you.
Yeah,
Okay.
good.
Purport.
Yeah.
Okay. The Vedic mantras say, Yasmin, Vajanti, Sarvam, Evam, Vijnaatam,
You don't have to read all that.
Bhakti. When the devotees see the Supreme Personality of Godhead by his meditation, or when he sees the Lord personally, face to face, he becomes aware of everything within the universe. Indeed, nothing is unknown to him. Everything within the material world is fully manifested to a devotee who has seen the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I'm just going to read that one again. Everything within this material world is fully manifested to a devotee who has seen the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Bhagavad Gita.
See, you know why it's not fully manifested if you're not a devotee? Because, see, it's all revealed to those who are seeing Krishna as Krishna is and seeing everything is related to Krishna. You see, all these are material qualities. People don't know that. They think this is all in all, or they, it's just people lack information, man, lack realization. And they don't see, they see this is all kind of random, it kind of looks random if you don't see it related to the Lord, right? It just looks like, well, there's a tree there, oh, it must be nature, and then you speculate, well, I don't know, it kind of grew like this, or a theory, and, all kinds of stuff. Hey, but you don't really see it as it is. You see, this is created, this is a tree created, it has a relationship with the Lord as part of the shadow potency. You see everything as it is. Okay? And so we learn that through hearing from authorized sources. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Bhagavad Gita 4.34, yes. Therefore, advisors, just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Inquire from him submissively, and render service unto him. The self-realized soul can impart knowledge unto you, because he has seen the truth. Lord Brahma is one of these self-realized authorities. One must therefore accept the disciplic succession from Lord Brahma, and then one can understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead in fullness.
Yeah, because, see, you can, can you imagine trying to figure out who God is and what this world is without this knowledge? And this knowledge is in the disciplic succession. I would have never knew any of this. Even Christians, they can know to a certain extent, and if they want to know more, they have to approach a disciplic succession that goes deeper into the truth. Otherwise, they'll just have to go their way and they be with Jesus, and I don't know, whatever they learn there. But here, the opportunity, you can go deeper. I mean, I did. And the disciplic line has all this deep information that we cannot ascertain on our own by our own experience. I mean, maybe you could after billions of lifetimes to understand, come to the conclusions that we're coming to. But we're coming to these conclusions by contact with this disciplic line. Many things, and that are unknown. And that's why people are going very slow on these different paths. Very slow. They don't even know that their path is, in one sense, many paths are kind of leading to like they're blind alleys. You just maybe learn some lessons, but then you have to move on to another path to learn some more lessons, and another path to learn more lessons. And this goes on for lifetimes. And then maybe you drop back, and you're not clearly seen. You don't know anything about the modes of nature. You know how many people go through a certain path and they don't even know that it come after 50 years or 100 years, they don't, because of lack of proper contact with experienced devotees, they don't know about the 3 modes of nature? Do your parents know about the 3 modes of nature?
They do, but they don't understand it really. They don't really understand it because they know it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they don't know it. They kind of know it mentally. They don't really.
No, they don't know it. No, don't know it clearly, but it could get clear for them with the proper association. So it's like everything is like that. Just like people that are asleep, they lack information, and a lot of times it's just because of who people believe in. It's usually a person. Illusion becomes personal, and so does self-realization. So we learn through persons, either persons that we believe in that are in illusion. If you believe a person in illusion, what do you get? More illusion for you too, right? If you believe a person that is eternally liberated, what's going to happen to you? You're going to very quickly become eternally liberated. See, because an eternally liberated person has knowledge. They have devotional feelings. See, they've understood the essence of all truth. See? So you're going to get very quickly, you're going to find the essence of what life is about. Okay.
Here is the word Vishva Murtu, indicates that everything exists in the form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One who is able to worship him can see everything in him and see him in everything. My dear Lord, you are always fully independent. This entire cosmic manifestation arises from you, rests upon you, and ends in you. Your Lordship is the beginning, sustenance, and end of everything. Like the earth, which is the cause of an earthen pot, which supports the pot, and to which the pot, when broken, finally returns. Would you like me to read that again?
No.
Okay.
Unless you want to.
Okay. No. So there isn't a purport for this one. Okay.
Actually, read it again.
Okay. My dear Lord, you are always fully independent. This entire cosmic manifestation arises from you, rests upon you, and ends in you. Your Lordship is the beginning, sustenance, and end of everything, like the earth, which is the cause of an earthen pot, which supports the pot, and to which the pot, when broken, finally returns. Okay. The Supreme, you are
Is this a new verse?
Yes, sorry, I didn't say that. Yes,
Say translation.
Translation. O Supreme, you are independent in yourself and do not take help from others. Through your own potency, you create this cosmic manifestation and enter into it. Those who are advanced in Krishna consciousness, who are fully in knowledge of the who are fully in knowledge of the authoritative sastras, and who, through the practice of Bhakti Yoga, are cleansed of all material contamination, can see with clear minds that although you exist within the transformation of the material qualities, your presence is untouched by these qualities.
Yeah, and again, this book was written so many thousands of years before Lord Chaitanya. Well, at least it's describing a pastime. It was written 5,000 years ago, but describing pastimes and teachings that were thousands of years before that. But Lord Chaitanya, he's given us that ability to perceive him before having all this material contamination cleansed off. See, and so people that are following this path and getting this mercy are seeing that. They're seeing that, wow, I ain't qualified to get a glimpse of the Lord beyond material contamination. Are you? Can you see how that works?
Yeah.
You get a glimpse of the Lord, even though we're not qualified. And this is encouraging. This is what, otherwise we would never make it there. In this Kali Yuga, forget about self-realization if we don't have to come to this kind of mercy. It'll be, very slow going. Yeah, I think that's enough for me. I'm a little tired. What about you? You want to keep reading?
No, I need to eat something, remind.
Yeah.
Because I haven't. This morning I had.
Yeah, we got nice vegetables.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll call it a night here, and thank you very much. If whoever's in the switch of the day or your day, you have all night to do stuff. Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna.